Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to start a new series of 3 episodes where we're going to talk about pandemic and health issues. In this first episode, we're going to talk about isolation and quarantine. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Isolation is used to separate ill persons with contagious disease from the other ones that are healthy. A quarantine is used to separate and to restrict the movement of people that was exposed to a contagious disease and see if they become sick. These 2 measures are used to contain the spread of disease. The first thing is sanitize everything that you can, particularly high-touch items. Cleaning and space organizing are very useful to prevent the spread of the illness and even to prevent your own stress and anxiety. Maintain a high level of hygiene is important, particularly if you can use hand sanitizer or if you can wash your hands much more often, and if you take care of your own hygiene and spread it through your family too. Before staying at home, organize at least 2 weeks of meal plans and store some food and basic essential products in a way that you can avoid during the time of your quarantine. Get out to get some food in markets or in other places. Be conscious of what your household members needed and take care of these needs for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And remember that don't overbuy things or don't exaggerate in your lists of shopping, but to do and buy only the things that you consider that are essential. Remember, if you have it, to extend the hygiene care and the food care with your pets too. So it's important that you can prevent to have food enough and hygiene, a good hygiene for your pets too. Organize yourself for working at home is another thing that it's important. So if you need to start to work at home, remember that you must have the same routines as when you go work outside your place and outside your home. So in this matter, it's important that you wake up more or less at the same time, do the same hygiene routines, dress what you would like to dress, so don't stay in your pajama all day. Even if you can dress a little bit more comfortable clothes if you don't have to be with other people in a video conference or so, you can be a little bit relaxed about it, but it's important that you can make the exact same pauses that you usually do, and that you don't overextend your working time or your working hours more than you usually do. The last thing is to help other people to understand why it's necessary to be in quarantine. Particularly old people and young child, they sometimes don't really understand why the need of being at home and being a little bit more distance from the others. But it's important, if social distancing is a thing that your health provider can suggest as a good thing for a contagious illness, it's important that you explain this importance and this measure of trying to contain the spread of a illness. Another thing that it's important is to prepare your family to what is going to happen next. Explain to your child why you will be in quarantine, what is a quarantine, and why it's necessary to do it. Also explain what is going to change, how will be the new routines, and if it's possible, also tells them for how long it's necessary to do this kind of quarantine. Make them understand that this is not something that is just you and your family. Probably if it's a quarantine, make them understand that even their friends, they have to stay at home because there's a disease that can contagious everybody when they are together, so it's better to be safe in family at home. Involve your teens in all the preparations and all the planning and all the new routines that you will have. Ask them their opinion, try to have healthy discussions. Sometimes with teenagers it's a little bit more difficult to make them understand that it's really a need to not be able to go outside and hang out with his friends, but I'm sure that they can be aware of this measure as alternative of not being healthy. Another thing that causes a little bit anxious and doubts, even for us adults, is what we can do when we are in a quarantine. Quarantines are very difficult times because there are lots of changes of routines. There are the unknown of how your health will be in a couple of days or in a couple of weeks. For some people, the idea of not being able to get out of the house is extremely stressful. On another way, sometimes being in a big family and being all together for more than a couple of weeks can be very stressful too, and can create anxiety and can create even depression in some household members. And all of these things, all of this fear and stress and anxiety sometimes make us react in a different way and sometimes a little bit more reckless about our own health. And in this matter, the first tip that I suggest is that you can make some rules with your family for this new situation. So if you have new routines, it's good that you can have new rules too. And these rules have to be according to your health provider. So try to see what is the kind of rules that the World Health Organization are suggesting that you can do in a way to minimize the spread of contagious illness. It's important that in this phase you will be a role model for your child and that you can hear the suggestions of your teenagers of activities that you can do together in family at home. The second tip is to give each other privacy. So don't think that you will have all the family doing everything together all the time. It's not even healthy if you think or want this to happen, and the better thing is to give some space to each members of your family and give them some privacy in a way that they can do things by themselves and things that they want to do alone. The third thing that I consider very important is being in constant contact with other family members and close friends. Nowadays we can use a lot of technology that can make us talk and even see other people without being exactly there. So in a non-presential way, try to use Skype, Hangouts, WhatsApp, or whatever you want, the platform that you want to reach constantly your family and your close friends in a way that they will feel that you care, and in a way that if they need some kind of help or support, you can give them. If you are in a situation that you can go outside in a safety way, try to consider to do it every day a little bit, like a walk, jogging, run, or even take a ride in a bicycle. So all the things that you can eventually do, not just for your as a physical exercise, but something that can allow you to have a fresh air moment during your day, in a way to minimize your anxiety and your stress during these situations. If you are living a situation like this, try to remain calm. Listen and follow the rules of your healthcare provider. Try to be positive about all the situations, not just only for you, but for all the people that lives with you. These are the tips that can help you stay healthy. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you leave a thumbs up. I hope you share with a friend. Comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!